Greetings everybody! Today I am here with two durians that are currently stabbing my hands, but these are worth it because these are very special durians that I have here today. This one right here is one that is cherished as being one of the greatest durians out there, the Musang King, or Musang King? I don't know. I'm going to put these down soon though. And this is the D24. Okay. The Musang King is special because this one is usually the most expensive durian if you go to a durian shop like in Malaysia, and people will specifically pick up the Musang King. It's very, very popular. This one here is the D24, and this one is extremely spiky. Holding it with two hands is not so bad though. And this one is also very, very popular. When I made a durian video last time, a lot of people in the comments were like, you gotta do the D24, do the D24. One interesting thing about them though is that the D24 is very often sold as a Musang King, even though it's not. Musang Kings are a little bit more expensive usually, so these end up being like a bootleg Musang King. So today, besides just reviewing these two durians, I'm going to see if there is a similarity between the two, if the D24 actually does taste like the Musang King. Ouch! And by the way, these durians were sent to me by Miamifruit.org. Miamifruit.org now has a durian section on their website where you can get a whole big variety of different types of durians. These are frozen durians, but these are frozen durians that are tree dropped, so they're allowed to fully ripen. They're going to taste much, much better than the frozen durians that you get at an Asian supermarket in the United States, because those are just one variety, the Monthong variety, and those are picked early before they're fully ripened, and then they are ripened off the tree a little bit and then frozen, and then you defrost them and then they taste like total trash. These are not going to taste like total trash. These things are properly ripened, and that does make a difference in a frozen durian. Now, I made a video not that long ago with a couple other durians where I went into how to open one. Real quick, basically, if you look at the bottom of a durian, you can see that there's little seams there. You cut into those seams, okay? You don't just like hack into this thing like a loaf of bread. A lot of people on YouTube seem to like to do it that way, but you actually go with the seams there and then crack it open. Some varieties of durian will actually crack naturally and you don't even need a knife. This one does not have a natural crack in it, so we gotta do this with this guy. Yep, there you have it. So there is the D24. Whoa, and that is a strong scented durian. On the Musang King, you can see very visibly it has those little lines. So I managed to make it open a little bit, and using your hands, split it like so. Wow, that is a beautiful durian. That is really, really nice. They're like little pillows in there. So one thing's for certain, these do not look similar. Even from the outside, they look quite different. The spikes are different and everything. But the inside also quite different. But do they taste similar? First, we'll start with the D24. Yeah, it's got quite an oniony smell to it. It is really good. But it's advanced. You know, there are different levels of durian. Some of them are more savory than others. This one's pretty savory. The sweetness is fairly low. I'd say it's like a 5 out of 10. But is very creamy. It's very rich and very eggy. It still has a bit of like a vanilla custard sort of flavor to it, but it also does have a little touch of onion to it. The D24 also has a touch of like a cucumber kind of flavor to it. It's faint, but it's there. Like cucumber, maybe a little melony. I don't think I've ever really noticed that in a durian before up until now, but like a little bit of cucumber. You know, when I started this channel, I did not like durian at all. And over time, I've had so many of them that I've learned to really, really like them. And I think, like me, 8 years ago, probably wouldn't have liked that durian so much. But now that I've had several and I've kind of gained that that sort of acquired taste for durian, I like that. I can see why people like it. It's not like super sweet. It doesn't like hold your hand. It's kind of strong, and it kind of gives you like a little bit of like a rush when you eat it. There's like a little bit of a tingle to it. So this is one of like, if you like durian and you want to kind of take it up a notch, that's one to check out. Next, the Musang King, and this one it is really nice. This is just like 2 pillows. Like I want to like lay on this thing. All right, let's reach in there, and it's like fairly solid too. It's hard to get just a clump out of there. There we go. This one doesn't have as much of a onion smell to it. This one tastes completely different. The texture is different too. This one's a little bit pasty. That one has more of a texture of like whipped cream to it. There's a little bit more of a firmness to this. And the flavor on this one, it's sweeter. I'd say the sweetness on this one is like a 7 out of 10. The flavor on this is, it still has a little bit of a savory taste to it, but it has a lot more fruit flavor. It actually reminds me a little bit of jackfruit. There's a lot of different like tropical flavors inside this piece of flesh here. This one here is better if you need like an introduction to durian. It's fruity, it's easier to take. You can see some of those qualities that are in the advanced durians. It's got some of those little sulfuric tastes and oniony tastes in there, but it's less noticeable. There are some that are even less savory, like the one I reviewed last time, the D101, but this one is kind of like the best of both worlds, I think. You get a little bit of that fruity taste, but you also get a little bit of that savory taste to it. So yeah, anyone trying to sell the D24 as a Musang King is, there's no comparison to it. There's like a little bit of a similarity in flavors. I mean, they're both durians, they're the same species and everything, but this one has a distinctly different flavor than that one. And in my opinion, I like the Musang King better. I think it does make sense that it costs a little bit more money than a lot of durians because it is really, really good. A lot of people do not like durian because they had a bad durian or they had a durian variety that they didn't like. But there are so many different varieties out there. So if you've had durian and you didn't like it, I'd recommend trying it again. Make sure that you get a good one. And try a few different varieties because you might find out that you really like it. Thanks again to Miamifruit.org for sending me so many lovely durians. Again, check out their website. I put a promo code in my description below as well. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. I would like to give a very, very big shout out to Rocco Tioli. Rocco, thank you so much for being a supporter of the show and a fan of the show. I've also heard that it is your birthday coming up, so happy birthday, Rocco. For everyone else who is watching, if you want to learn how you can support the show, I put a link in the description below for my Patreon page. Check it out if you have a moment. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.